Hello, collective. This is Tam from Artemis Oracle doing your reading today. Let's see what messages you need to know. That's for your highest and greatest good. I hope you're doing well and staying safe. I want to see what messages we get. Okay. Okay, what does the collective need to know? Spirit angels, guys. What does the collective need to know at this time? That's for the highest and greatest good. What messages does the collective need to know at this time? That is for the highest and greatest good. Okay, I had a card flip. Ooh, depravity. I really hate that card. Tyrant, spy, misfortune, seduction. Let's see, depravity. Some of you may be around depraved individuals. Some of you can be, you may be spied on by someone, or you may be doing spying, you know. But like it says, tyrant, spy, misfortune, seduction. So I feel like that some of you may be experiencing some negative things around you. Some of you may probably feel like that you're being watched, that someone may be trying to control you in some way. Some of you could have experienced like a loss, and it could be like you lost something. It could have been money, something valuable, or you just had an unfortunate event or accident happen. And maybe people may be talking about it, because I have the street card, circulation, sports, and exhibit. Depravity, streets. And we have the apple and crown card coming out. Wisdom, death. Sexuality, joy. And the crown is owner, master, and top level. I feel like some of you are becoming wiser to a situation where you may have been dealing with a depraved. Maybe there's somebody feeling deprived of you in some way. But there could be somebody that can be going around talking about you in some way. And it could be, you know what? I'm going to say this. This is weird, but it could be good, because whatever this person is saying about you, it's not going against you in some way. I feel like it's in some way, it's like you're being crowned. You're giving some sort of recognition in a way. That's what came to my mind. But it could also be that whatever this person is saying, it may be going over people's heads. 333, as I was saying, it's going over someone's head, because the crown goes over the head. That also came to my mind. So possibly because whoever may be hearing this information, they may be knowing that wherever the source is, it's not coming from a good place. You know, it's coming from someone who may be jealous or insecure, or who doesn't have the best intentions. So it's like word on the street is this, and that. You know, maybe word is going around about this particular person, and it may be coming to you, and it's allowing you to be wise. It's allowing you to use whatever information you're getting to bring you to a next level. So you may be hearing something, like maybe somebody is going to get caught doing something and people are talking about it, but it's going to do something that kind of makes you look better. It's going to make you look better, and it's going to make you reach an ascension in some way. And the ascension could be more like a professional, or it's just people will look at you differently based off what's going around about this person. I'm gonna give an example. There's somebody that I know. I don't think they know I do tarot. I haven't told them. They know I have dreams and stuff, but I haven't told them I have tarot. That I do tarot. they have a lot of people that are jealous of them. And there's a particular person that has a distaste for the person I know because of who they are, how they present themselves, how they work and everything. But it's like this person is just spreading shit around about the person I know, trying to make this person look bad. But I feel like I'm using it as an example, there may be people who may be speaking up for you, who may speak highly of you, that, you know, that aren't biting whatever this person is saying. Whatever's going around about you, people know not to trust the source. They know who you are, and they are eventually seeing this person for who they are. A false king, a false prophet, you know. They're seeing you as someone who is at a higher level than this person because you're not stooping down to this person's level of spreading gossip and spreading news or misinformation. I'm looking at the time just to see. Okay, that's the first message I got. Okay, let's go into the What's the News deck to see if there's anything else. Wine and dine. Turns. The fun thing that came out was that some of you may be going out. You may be going out on dates. You may be going out with friends. You may be possibly visiting a vineyard. I don't know why that came to my mind. Well, I'm going somewhere, so they have vineyards there. But some of you may be going out, having drinks with your friends, possibly getting turned. And cuffing season's here. You may be just going out just to have fun with your friends, or you may possibly be going out with somebody. You may turn says party, animal, sex, drugs, alcohol, service, pleasures, right? But you may be going out just to have a good time, right? But single, ready to mingle, ready for a relationship, on the hunt. You may be also going out because you want to be seen, you want to be noticed. You possibly are going out because you want to meet somebody. You have the black sheep coming out on the side, rebelling against expectations, defying norms. So maybe some people may see you as a black sheep because you're different than everybody else, you know? I'm gonna use myself as an example, like me. When I go out, like I haven't gone out like where I'm getting turned up, because like, even me saying that don't sound right. I'm from the Bronx, but I sure as hell don't talk like I am. only when I'm annoyed. But I feel like I was gonna say, it's like sometimes, like me, when I used to go out, I would wear something like this. I'll do my hair a little extra with my hair. I may put on extra makeup, you know, but I would just wear this, you know. I'm not wearing like dresses where my boobs like all squeezed up to my chin, and I'm not wearing like tight dresses and high heels. I'm like, no, I'm not going out like to be seen or noticed. And I think me doing that kind of makes me the black sheep in some way, because it's like I'm going against the expectation of the environment. You know, I'm supposed to be exposing as much skin as possible to attract whoever I can, just to be noticed, you know. But that could be you. I'm just using that as an example. Or maybe you're just like very unique and different. You kind of stand out against the crowd, but not in the, like, not obviously, you know, the way the black sheep does. If there's a herd of white sheep and there's a black sheep, it's very obvious the black sheep stands out. But I think that with it coming off on the side, it's like you stand out, but not like you're trying to stand out, you know, not like the black sheep is trying to stand out, but you know what I mean. Anything else? I mean, like when I go out, if I'm gonna dance, I want to be comfortable. You know, I'm the type that will take my shoes off and dance. You know, I'll be dancing barefoot. You know. Ain't got no time to be getting corns and bunions, even though, and not being able to walk home, walking on my ankles instead of my feet. No, I can't do that. lucky break. I feel like with you going out, you're probably gonna get lucky in a way, and it could be like you get lucky, like you know, like lucky. It could be like more like you probably will end up meeting somebody that I mean, like if you're going out and stuff, and you're going to, you're not gonna find the best people, you know, like I'm sorry, like let's be real, like the types of people that you find in clubs and bars, they're not they can be a bit unsavory, you know. But if you do, you may be pleasantly surprised by who you may come across, you know. It may be a turning point for you where you may be changing something about yourself. And that could be what is the black sheep thing, because maybe you're going to be taking a different direction, and what direction you take may ultimately lead you down a different path, you know, where things improve, right? Possibly you are meeting somebody, right? You're going out, you're having fun with them, and then this person realizes that you're not like everybody else that they've met, that they've dealt with, and they may be seeing you as somebody that they can get serious with, you know. They can see you as a potential partner, and that could be the good fortune that you come across, you know, like you just so sick of meeting certain types of people that eventually like you get a lucky break, you know. Some people get lucky, you know. This can happen, I think, like online dating, but that's so rare that people actually meet someone. And I know they make it look like it with those advertisements that we see, but yeah, they're paying those people to tell their business, because not that many people are actually going around advertising they met online, you know. But the thing is, it's like maybe you actually do meet somebody online that is honest, isn't dealing with somebody else, isn't married or separated or divorced or in the process of a divorce, you know, all that, those bullshit lines that men and women say. But you may actually meet somebody, and I think that person could be the black sheep, because they themselves stand out against what you expected, you know, like they're an unexpected surprise to you. An unexpected surprise. An unexpected surprise. Ooh. Memories. Missing someone, regression, revisiting the past. You know what's interesting with this card coming out? Some of you may get lucky and you may meet up, you may encounter somebody that you've known in the past. I don't know if it could be somebody that you okay, when I said regression, the first thing I thought of is like you're gonna do something that you probably haven't done in a long time. That's what I'm thinking about regression. That's what, when I read it, it's like do something you haven't done in a long time. You may be going back to something that you haven't done in a long time. You may be going back to, like maybe you are going back to going out. Maybe you are going back to putting yourself out there, you know, to meet somebody. And then when you do that, it's like you chose the right time. It's like it was synchronistic, you know, like it happened in the right time. And then you may encounter somebody, possibly somebody that you knew from the past. It could be that. That's the side message. It doesn't necessarily have to be that way. It could just simply be that you are regressing. You may be going back in memories, being nostalgic and looking back on things. But it could also be that you can be, with the lucky break, you may be encountering somebody that you may remind you of someone that you know in the past. But it could also be someone that you know in the past that you haven't been in contact with, that you know that you miss. Oh, another one that thought that came is like some of you may be going back to like your hometown. If you're away from your home, you may be going to visit family or friends, or maybe like a high school reunion or a college whatever those reunions, because you know, maybe you might encounter somebody and then it's like, wow, both of you were interested in each other, but the timing isn't right. You both wondered about each other. Now you're meeting up again, and it's like kismet in a way. It could be that. That's interesting. Okay, let's get angel answers. We have a couple minutes, so let's see what the angel answers card says. A couple minutes, that's a lie. I got a couple seconds. What message you have for the collective? Big happy changes. I feel like this aligns with the lucky break. So I feel like something good is going to be happening, regardless if this is some conniving person from the past. I'm not for the past, somebody who's trying to like ruin your reputation, or you possibly meeting somebody and it's going to bring some really big happy changes for you. At the bottom of the deck, let me say real quickly, we have be assertive. So some of you may have to be assertive with whatever you're dealing with, especially if you're dealing with someone who is trying to sully your name. I hope I